Today, we're answering the question on every entrepreneur's mind, how to brand in a crisis. There are 5 circles of influence your brand can reach if it stays relevant in all 5 circles. We will start with the inner circle of your brand and follow each ripple effect to the next circle of influence in your brand's reach as you grow, because you will grow. And along that journey, you will want to always be attracting and helping more of your ideal individuals find your brand, and yes, then benefit from all that it offers that's aligned with improving their lives. You're going to love this because all 5 circles of branding influence can be refreshed every time there's a cultural shift, a crisis, an industry-changing innovation, or invention. Set your brand up to serve the times, and your brand will serve your community throughout the times. So here are the 5 circles of influence your brand can grow into, even in a crisis, through the right branding. As we go through these, consider this. When an economy is going through a time of crisis, many entrepreneurs think marketing should be the first effort that gets cut back. Branding needs to rise up and flex its creativity muscles to adapt to this and become more innovative and responsive to the cultural conversation. Disasters can cause severe upheavals in how businesses are operating. But branding provides a promise to customers, and in a crisis, that promise has never needed to encompass more. That promise must hold true in tough times as strongly as it holds true in good times. That is the enactment of keeping your word, your brand promise, the reason why they buy from you in the first place. Companies that don't bolster their branding with actions that define them as trustworthy, steadfast, and leaders are likely to suffer in the long run. So how does a company approach branding in a time of crisis? Through the 5 circles of influence. Number 1, your brand promise. Your mission is to fulfill your brand promise. Just like us, great brands are affected by and need to respond to the conditions around them. And if they pretend they're not being affected, they're lying. Some brands crumble in the face of crisis, while others find their resolve and empower as many others as they can with their strength and abundance. Your branding goals must align with your intention to face every crisis as a brand that uses its resources to be of service to its community, to be responsive and responsible for maintaining a healthy team and a healthy message of solutions. Number 2, your values and ethics. Your mission, enact your values and ethics. Guess who teamed up with the Hearing Access program to ensure that its busy, often buzzing with conversation restaurants are welcoming to customers who are hard of hearing? Shake Shack, as a part of their Stand for Something Good initiatives. If your brand values and ethics are to be inclusive, welcoming, provide excellent customer service, then this is a perfect enactment of your values and ethics. Well done, Shake Shack. Enacting your brand's values during a crisis begins with your initial response. Your focus should be on communication. It is prompt, concise, empathetic, and transparent. The sooner you acknowledge the crisis as a brand, the more your customers will trust your brand. It's like someone you love saying, "Houston, we've got a problem," or someone you love saying immediately, "I'm sorry, I was wrong to say that," or someone you love saying, "I've got you. I know times are tough right now, but that's what friends are for, and I've got you." Even if your crisis plans aren't fully mapped out, this is all about timing and how you make them feel. The tone must be on brand because your first communication is so crucial. So get it right. Number 3, your brand community. Your mission, be there for your brand community. This is the time when cliches die, because what people need in a crisis is to get real, get immediate, and to offer usable, applicable, relevant value beyond whatever it is that you're selling. Some of your customers may slow their spending. That doesn't mean you abandon them. Heck, it doesn't even mean you've lost them. Branding that's inspiring, empowering, uplifting, educational, and exhibits your values will forge brand loyalty, and brand loyalty is your business plan. Customer service must include more grace and generosity of service. During times of crisis, people are, confused. They're filled with emotional ups and downs, quick decisions and like quick pivots on their priorities. The acknowledgement of this mental state, as well as how your service can help alleviate this feeling of overwhelm they're going through, should be upfront and center in your brand messaging. I'm not saying you should do a 180 to adapt to the current crisis. That would be inauthentic. But out in front and center, what makes your brand helpful to customers in your messaging? What makes your brand a relevant solution in this crisis? Articulate that, heighten that, and your brand will come out a champion. Number 4, your industry. Your mission, raise the bar within your industry. Your brand should get involved with causes that bolster and uplift your industry as a whole. Be an industry leader. Like for restaurants, fighting childhood obesity is a great program to align yourself with or create or co-sponsor. Dan Price is an entrepreneur, CEO of an online credit card processing company, Gravity Payments, whose brand literally became an inspiration to millions because he cut his own salary to be able to raise the minimum payroll of his employees to at least $70,000 a year. He says that his company has tripled its profits in the last year from him having done that. Well done, Dan Price. Which leads us to number 5, your brand's positioning in the world. Your mission? Make the world better for having your brand in it. Dan Price, after all the fallout for his generosity, first there was criticism from his peers, then a change in the cultural conversation. Now Hollywood is knocking on his door to tell his tale. Dan said, I wanted the scorecard we have as business leaders to not be about money, but about purpose, impact, and service. He says, I want those to be the things that we judge ourselves on. What a quote about your brand's positioning in the world. We're not here to just make money off our fellow man, procreate, diet, exercise, and die. We're here to learn and grow as a community on this planet that we all share together. Practically speaking, it's tempting when the press reaches out to simply give a canned statement, a perfected, practiced boilerplate answer. But in times of crisis, you must always remain in the proactive stance in your branding. Before you let others interpret your actions or non-actions to any of the circles of branding influence I mentioned so far, craft your message thoughtfully. And upfront and center should not be the usual responses, but they should be refined to include how your brand is fully facing and rising to the challenge of the crisis to make the world a better place. So to recap, what are the 5 circles of influence your brand can grow into even in a crisis through the right branding? Your brand promise. Your mission, fulfill your brand's promise. Your brand's values and ethics. Your mission there, enact your values and ethics. Your brand's community. Your mission, be there for your community. Your brand's industry. Your mission is to raise the bar within your entire industry and your brand's positioning in the world. Your mission, raise the bar within your industry as its effect on the world at large. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit the subscribe button and don't forget to also click the bell so you don't miss a single thing. I release new videos every Tuesday and Thursday, so keep treating these episodes as a masterclass for becoming an inspiration to millions with branding. And as always, the way to become an inspiration to millions starts with our motto: love what you do and love how you do it. Thanks for watching. Don't miss out on a single thing. Subscribe below. And here's something else I think you'll love.